What up, YouTube? Day 3 of being an owner-operator, and I'm having a blast. If you can't tell from my last two videos, I've showered. Managed to actually get a shower in today, so that was nice. Took my 30-minute break at a Love's and grabbed a shower, so yeah. But as I was talking about in my last video, about kind of what I was going through here. I was supposed to pick up a load yesterday. I dropped off a load yesterday morning, and I was supposed to pick up a load going to just south of Columbus, Ohio. And then that load wasn't ready, and it wasn't going to be ready until the morning. So I went to Iowa 80 truck stop and just kind of messed around for like 20 hours. Anyway, that load was finally ready at 7 o'clock this morning. So I went and picked that up. And this was only supposed to be, a nice, easy 7.5 hour trip from pickup to delivery. So no problem making it. I was going to be a little late. I was going to be like 30 minutes to an hour late. Not a huge deal. Let my people know. Alright, so sorry I had to pause it there for a second. I had to talk to the wife. Anyway, it's supposed to be nice, 7.5 hour trip, and I was going to be like 30 minutes to an hour late. Because by the time I got picked up and all that, I was going to have to take a break. Not a big deal. Anyway, Indiana being Indiana, and subsequently Ohio being Ohio, construction, one-lane roads for 20 miles for no reason whatsoever, people crashing into each other, and just a whole lot of traffic for a Sunday put me behind. But not a big deal. Get there a little later. I just have to drop the trailer off anyway. Drop it at the yard, unhook from it, and, go find somewhere to park tonight. Not a big deal. I still have time to make it back to our yard in Dayton. But truck driving being truck driving. Why does it sound like somebody's next to me? Truck driving being truck driving. Naturally, that's not the way it worked out. So, get up here just before the rest area that I'm parked at. There's an accident. Traffic's at a standstill. Now, I'm out of time. But according to Google Maps, which I only use for traffic. I don't use it as a navigation for my truck because I'm smarter than that. I may not be a genius, but I can figure that out. Google Maps was telling me that I was going to get there with like 30 minutes to spare on my drive clock. So 30 minutes, 9 o'clock at night. By the time I get unhooked, 9:30. Anybody who's been in this game for a week will know that parking spaces are at a premium at 9 o'clock at night, no matter where you're at. I can't park at the receiver. I can't park at the shipper that I'm going to a block away. So, found a spot at the rest area, called it a night. Not a big deal. The kicker is that this was supposed to be there at 6 p.m. or 6 o'clock tonight. My next load doesn't pick up until 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Now, I'm not going to start my clock right after my 10-hour break is up, because I'll get there 6. I'll get there about 7:30 in the morning. Can't pick up my next load until 3 p.m. So So I'm looking at sitting around for 6-7 hours. Because I already asked they won't load me early where I have to pick up at. So I'm not going to start my clock and waste my time. So I let my fleet manager know, what's going on, why I was delayed, why I'm not going to make it, what time I'm going to get there. And naturally, the first question they asked is why I can't deliver it 7 hours earlier than I told them I was going to deliver it. I'm not going to start my clock. I'm on e-logs. Can't stop the clock once you start it, so yeah. So yeah, that's my exciting day number 2. Being an owner-operator. Did make a decent amount of money yesterday sitting on my ass all day. So, let's put it this way, I made enough to pay my truck payment by not working. So that's always nice when it works out, when I can walk around the, world's largest truck stop and met up with a buddy of mine who was on his way to taking a load to Texas with the company that I used to work for before I bought the truck. Met up with him, hung out for a while and stuff, so that was kind of cool. It doesn't happen very often that I get to hang out with anybody. I don't even get to hang out with my wife and kids that much, so that was nice. But a few bumps in the road, but that's par for truck driving. Nothing I'm not used to. Obviously it's a little different when you have more to worry about, like fuel costs and, keeping the wheels rolling and making money and whatever. But, like I said, sitting around yesterday, I was getting detention pay, which is a decent amount. Not a huge amount, but it's a decent amount to where I don't have to worry about it so much. Covered what I needed to cover in that regard. And then today, it sucks that this load's going to be late. I don't like to be late, but it's out of my control, and in reality, it doesn't affect my bottom line because I'm not going to be charged for being late, because it's not like I slept for 30 hours and I was just irresponsible and it's not going to put me behind getting to my next load. So financially, it doesn't really affect me. Even with not being able to pick it up yesterday and being able to pick it up this morning, it still doesn't affect my next load. So everything's still in place there. That could change tomorrow. This job being what it is. I learned, even as a company driver, years ago, everything's kind of fluid. Meaning that you can make a plan, and 10 minutes later you're going to have to change that plan, and then you're going to have to revise that plan. It's basically just constantly planning and replanning stuff. So, it is what it is. But other than that, I'm still happy with the truck. I still need to get home and get my stuff in it, so that way when I'm sitting here, I'm not as bored. Just thank goodness for, unlimited data on my phone. I've been watching a lot of Hulu and YouTube, so did figure out a nice trick off of YouTube on how to keep my truck idling, because this truck has an idle timer, which I need to see if I can just remove, but I found a way around it and it works. So I'm not too worried about it. As far as customizations and stuff like that I want to do, there's not too much that I, need to do. There's nothing pressing on it that I need to do. There's a couple of cosmetic things that I want to do, and I gotta get my name on the side of it still. But so far it's been a really comfortable truck. It's been driving really, really good. I've been getting pretty decent fuel mileage, so I'm still pretty happy with it there. But we're only 3 days into it, so we're still in that honeymoon phase, I guess. Yeah, day 3's in the books. I'm gonna head into the rest area, and then might find a movie and hit the bed. I don't know. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Thanks.